that lead to Stack getting his deal?
Absolutely. This is the real true story, right? So what happened is Mike Mills was their artist. So they took that actual 2 songs and shopped it to On Top Entertainment. On Top Entertainment was owned by Terry Mendez, which is Grandmaster Jay's wife, which is, you know what I'm saying, which is, so if anybody know, Terry, well, her name is Terry Corley Mendez. Mendez is Grandmaster Jay's last name. She really a Corley from the 40 Project. So that's Grandmaster Jay's wife, real wife.
Another gem, because I didn't know that.
And then you got Webb and Nitty, which is when you hear Joe Budden say On Top Entertainment. That's the real owner of On Top Entertainment was really a female. It wasn't Webb and Nitty was the face of it. The one person was really Terry Corley, which is Grandmaster Jay's wife. Right. So now they shopped the deal to them first. So they came to me like, oh, they want. I said, not fucking with that shit. Now the funniest thing is we did a show at Dewey Palace. And Chuck had a relationship with Terry Corley, and she was upstairs, sneaking upstairs in the Wilson Corley. Chuck to do a show, like, yo, y'all come through and do a show, and they thought they had a secret meeting with Stack upstairs, you know what I'm saying, with her like that. So they was
Stack y'all drink.
Right, yes, the Stack. So they were interested. So that was interesting. But the truth of the matter, they already heard prior to Chuck doing that. They already heard Stack because the On Top dudes already shopped the tape to the A&Rs there, which was Scott the Animal, another dude, but they were really shopping Mike Mills. When they heard it, they said, "Who's that?" No. Who the fuck said that? Right? Who that person right there? Which was Stack, right?
The star,
Which was the Stack. Now, moving on with the story. When we go to the studio, in front of their studio, and we talking, because I'm mad now. I got guns out. I'm ready. I'm like, fuck that nigga shit. Yeah. This is all videotape. This is all documented video.
He ain't a real Far Rock nigga.
Yeah. We in the back block like this, like I'm getting for real. Back here. So I'm back on the back like this. I'm like, yo, somebody gonna get shot. Who the fuck's stealing my shit? So they explain the story, and I'm really looking like, and I apologize because I'm really like an asshole, because I'm looking like, I got a gun. I'm for real. Like, I'm ready. And I'm like, hold on. You telling me y'all smoked the money out? Y'all never paid these people? So I'm like, they ain't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So with that being, now 2 days prior to that, we end up was in the studio with Kanye West, and I think I paid like $15,000 for the song for Kanye West that we did with Kanye West, and so Mike Mills goes, well, he just dropped $15,000 on us yesterday like nothing. I want him to manage it. Fuck that. I don't want you managing no more. So that's how the story got built of me being a manager. I never wanted to be no manager.
Wait a fucking minute. All right, I'm still stuck on $15,000. Question. Now, Stack has a lot of songs where he talk about getting it out the mud and life outside of, you know, the superstar life, the rapper life. Like, he talk about hustling and things like that. I got to know, 15,000 just dropped like that. Like, please give a little detail about.
Like, you want me to incriminate myself?
Yeah, you know, it's a statute of limitations sometimes.
Well,
you had a good savings.
You know, they say asking for a friend,
right?
Well, as you can see now, I've been an entrepreneur, in many ways. So at that particular, when I met them, when I met Core, I already had a clothing store. I had a clothing store barbershop. Who's Next was actually a real store in a barbershop. And I had a radio show out of town. So I already had a store. I don't think I had the store. Because I had another one in Rochester later on. But I had that store. So I already had stores already. Okay. I actually got them a store. I got the whole, because I didn't want them to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I know what the streets about. I just came home from jail.
Right.
So I knew what the streets was saying for. I know you got end results. So I told them, I said, listen, we're going to do this or you're going to do this. So I ended up getting them a store on Hillside. So everybody know, like, if anybody know the real history, I ended up renting a store on Hillside and told them, listen, whoever want to work in the store, y'all work in the store to keep y'all niggas off the street. And then we had some legalized, which was legal. It's funny now, legal, what's it called? Core should thank me for being his baby mother. That's how he met his baby mother, because she was going across the street for school. So Core and Chink's the only person that actually worked the store. Stack never worked in the store. Like, he used to go there and take tapes and shit like that, but Stack never worked there. Because it was a choice. We had a Geno's meeting. Like, statute of limitations. Matter of fact, weed is legal now. So anyway, at the end of the day,
was it like the mafia? That little back area that we can't use in Geno's?
We was in the back of Geno's, and I had a bag, and the bag was choice. The bag is you can take something out this bag and get right, or you can go work in the store. Stack and Bino went in the bag.
Cool Chicks went to the store.
And Coy and them went to the store. And that's the story wasn't call it. But I never wanted to be in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I just came home from a bed, you know what I'm saying, for drugs. So I feel like if you're OG or your boss, you and at the end of the day, I always push for them to be independent. Like I spoke earlier, you can teach somebody how to fish, or you can feed them fish dinners all day. You want to try to build them to be bosses, you know what I'm saying? So the 15,000, doing the Kanye West thing, like I said, I never really, that was all stack, which is stack is so crazy because Kanye wouldn't even fuck.
You said it like 5 times. You got to take one sip.
Because I'm about to be
that was the
lit.
setup with that stack. So, we're gonna talk stack all day. Like, so.
Oh shit!
What happened is that that's really. So when Mike Mills said that, well, I want him to manage me. That really was the birth of the managing part. Then everybody came to agreement. All right, boom, this is what we're gonna do. But we never officially, like, to this day, we came close. Me and Stack came. We went to the meeting. We went to having a meeting in the lawyer's office and stuff like that. And we went and sat down and went over the paperwork with meeting with the lawyers and stuff like that, as far as manager stuff like that. And then Stack, like, we get in the elevator. Stack was like, "Yo, I'll fuck with you. Yo, we gonna do this shit like Jay-Z and Dame. We gonna handshake man to man, shit like that." I was like, "Yo, I'm fuck with you." So we never signed anything. I never signed nothing with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm unfortunately, I'm still from that old school. Shake your hand. We do do real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And we keep our word. And so, I look back at it now. I don't regret it, but a lot of people even told me back then, "Yo, you should do it. You shouldn't do it no matter what. You always have something legal and like that." So, in the kind of way how it played out now with music, I wish I would have did. I wish I would have did a lot of things a little different, but I don't regret not signing anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. It wasn't. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
So how did like you guys end up mingling with Jim? And there is a rumor going around, like there was talks with Jay-Z and things like that. Like
that's not a rumor. That's a fact.
Okay.
Okay.
People who never even met him always got something to say. So we got to keep it as a legend.
Like I said, I watch y'all show. I watch the show and I see, sipping normally being gossip. So I don't like gossiping. So because of MA, I definitely obliged to do the show in the lineage, right? But I don't like talking about other dudes because I don't feel like when you talk about people and they're not opportunity to defend themselves or hear their side of the story, it's not really fair. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even when you say rumors, a lot of stuff that's out there on the internet and stuff like that is out there because a lot of things don't come check. And I definitely take a lot of blame for that because I don't check a lot of things. And I feel like I'm from a different cloth. My uncles and them raised me from a different cloth. I'm really an older dude. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like, you know what I'm saying? And
well, you ain't got no grades, so you doing all right over here.
So
you ain't that stressed.
And I see a headline.
Right.
And I see a headline.
It's going a little bit out there, but what happens?
You ain't 2 haircuts away, so you doing all right.
We was cut from where, like you said, is that you just deal with real shit. And
your word is your bond.
Your word is your bond. And only that is like, if you feel that you got to clean up, like I got to spend that much energy cleaning up gossip or bullshit, I could put that energy doing something else, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what make you feel better because you want to poke your chest out and you want to feel that this is what your claim to fame is. Like I'm always, if anybody knew me, either on the street level, music level, clothing level, whatever like that, I'm the humblest dude you whatever. Like you wouldn't even know that. Like I ride around with no rims. I didn't do the floor shit. I was never the floor. I was opposite.
Those are ones you gotta watch though.
Yeah.
Those are ones.
Well, I don't know whether watch it was good or bad, but I'm just saying I didn't never like the limelight. Just give me the money.
Okay.
Like, I was get the money, and I don't care about the limelight. So if somebody want to say they the star of the Riot Squad, who gives a fuck? Like I don't care. That would make you feel better. Cool.
Right.
Or do you want to feel this high star? This high? Who gives a fuck?
But in the background,
I know the truth.
People clean shit up because they want to take the forefront, and then when the shit get hot, background is like, oh well, I didn't mean that. Like say for instance, just a random example, somebody dish you, and they dissing you because, like, say we're sitting here having drinks or whatever, and that little liquid courage come up, and it's like, yeah, nah, fuck that nigga, da-da-da. But you, before the shit come out, the nigga backpedaling like, yo, I said da-da-da-da, but I really didn't mean it. But that's kind of how it is with the, I did this. But we all really know what happens, you know.
But I think that's why I take the blame for it.
That make you look guilty, too.
I take the blame for it because I think I don't check. I watch, even Stack, I'm going to keep it honest. Like we went through our period of time. So I watch Stack. I watch every member of the Riot Squad do interviews and say shit that ain't true. And I just look there, I be like that. And I just let them get I was like, I don't know what made you say that, you know what I'm saying? But and I'm so glad we having this conversation. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to, you asked me for weeks, probably a month. You want any questions? You notice I never avoided it because I never wanted, the only thing I don't want to gossip about nobody. I'm not a chatty patty.
And this is not what it's for.
I'm not a chatty patty dude.
Yeah, we ain't on that type.
But I never gave him no option to say, I want to talk about this. Whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. But the clear things up is this right here is that, let's go to the Jay-Z and Jim Jones situation, right? Is that Stack? Let's go back to L.A. Reid meeting. Stack had meetings with everybody. You can't name a top person that Stack didn't have a meeting with. But the Jay-Z, truthfully told, me and Bino was going to a 50 Cent concert in Madison Square Garden, and anybody going to Madison Square Garden, so you know on the side of Madison Square Garden, I don't forget what street that is, but the parking lot is where the VIP.
That's the entrance.
Where the VIP, where they let it through the side.
So I always park across the street at the parking lot. You gotta have money to park across there. So we'll park across there. So I'm sticking in there. So I'm parked there, and as we walking towards the parking lot, I see a dude that I'm looking. I'm like, that look like Mike Kaiser. Right? So Mike Kaiser is a music exec right now for Atlantic Records. You know what I'm saying? Dark skin, like you can't miss him.
I really want to know who
glasses
he was.
on, but he got the glasses on. He's like a black Clark Clint, right? I'm like, that's Mike Kaiser, right? So I say this to say this that me and Stack, we just was our thing. Our thing was to run it down on executive, going to labels and running to their offices and taking their name down on their offices and then going home and then calling them. And then, yo, can we speak to such and such? Like, we don't know the person, we just took their name off the door. You know what I'm saying? Act like we know them. You know what I'm saying? Get the attention like that. So it always our job to know who was who, whether they were a record promoter, just like that. So when I knew who Mike Kaiser was, he didn't know me, but I knew who he was. I knew what he looked like. So as I'm looking at him, I'm walking towards him, I'm like, who's that Mike Kaiser? I'm trying to get up to him like, yo, listen, I got some artists like that. As I'm getting closer to him, it's somebody else standing next to him. It's goddamn old Hove the God himself. Wow. He's standing there with Jay-Z. I said, holy shit, this can't be true.
He got a twofer right here, right?
He's standing in the middle of motherfucking Manhattan, just standing, no security, no police, no nothing. There's Mike Kaiser and Jay's motherfucking Z. I said, oh shit. Bino just like this. So Hove looking at on Bino like, yo, what's up? You don't fuck with Hove? Everybody fuck with Hove. What's up, big man? I'm on Hove. Like, listen, I got an artist, you know what I'm saying? They Stack. What's up, Hove? You know, I'm a regular, I'm talking. If you guys, as y'all can see, I'm on him. So he like, yo, He know who Jay-Z. He know who Stack is. He's like, yeah. I know what's up. I said, yo. He said, yo, tell Clue. That's why I really knew he wasn't bullshitting me. I thought he was just like, some people think he just trying to get me out of his way, out of his face. And he like, and then by this time nobody really knew who he was at the time. Like, but now you see a crowd coming. They catching him. Like, oh shit, that's really Jay-Z.
They realize.
So people starting to gather around, and the police started coming down. But as we talking, he's like, yo, tell Minotti to holler at me. So I knew that he wasn't just faking because
Right.
A Kuwait Stack with Minotti, which is Clue if y'all don't know. So I was like, come on, Ho. You've been waiting on a Clue album for 5 years. You know goddamn Clue ain't come on with the bullshit. So he started laughing. So I cracked out, he started laughing. And I was like, yo, listen, man, I'm trying to get the meeting up there. So he said, yo, give me a card. I said, man, come on, man. This goddamn, I was there with 2,000 something. I said, 2,000, who the hell got a business card, man? Give me your phone number, man. And so by this time, a police come over there because now there's a crowd gathering around him. So I took the pen off the police on thing.
Oh, shit.
And so I got a pen. He gave me a piece of paper and he wrote down Kathleen, his assistant's name and number and said, yo, call Kathleen on Monday and set up a meeting for Wednesday.
Nice.
Right? So shit, it's that easy. Boom. Never sold Stack. Right. So we took a picture of Stack. I took a picture of this because I know Stack was never gonna believe this shit. Right. Boom. And I want to back up to the L.A. Reid meeting. So we had a meeting. So at this time, L.A. Reid was just got the position at Def Jam before Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z, L.A. Reid Mumma that brung Jay-Z in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But L.A. Reid had it first. Had the actual top thing before he brung Jay-Z in. So when we had a meet with L.A. Reid. So now L.A. Reid had the meeting. So L.A. Reid goes, so Stack goes into the L.A. Reid meeting and he plays Diddy Bop. He played a bunch of songs, but he played Diddy Bop that particular song. I remember it clearly pissed Stack the fuck off, right? L.A. Reid got a lavender fucking like the color of your fucking scarf office, and he got one of these little French ties on and shit like this, and like your R&B dude, great dude, legendary, no disrespect, legend. And he looks at Stack and say, yo, damn man, show me the Diddy Bop. And if you listen to the song, the Diddy Bop is not a dance. You know what I'm saying? So Stack is clearly pissed off. It's like when people, like I said, when you say he a dancer, like you know that really like Stack lips start going like this when people say that. Like that actually pissed him the fuck off because he never looked at himself as that. You know what I'm saying? Like even yes he danced, but he never looked at himself as a dancer. He's like, I dance, but I'm not a dancer. I'm more than that. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? He looked at himself as an artist. So that when people viewed him or said that, you was a dancer, or you a dancer, that like nigga, that pissed him the fuck off. So when he told him that, yo, let me see the Diddy, dance, do the Diddy Bop, almost Stack with Pat.
Because you like dance, nigga, dance.
He
That's
was tight.
Right,
Like yeah, dance, nigga. Like somebody told him, yo, he's a dancer. So
right,
Stack
no fucking court jester.
Yeah, just a purple ass fucking office. You telling me to fucking dance? Fuck man with this motherfucker, right? Stack was pissed off, right? So Stack didn't want to go on the meetings. He ain't want to go on. I ain't going to them. And then we already felt like the meeting was like sabotage because they went up there with the 18. 18 went up there. It's a long story. So 18 went up there with a song that was questionable from 50 Cent. Anybody know the meeting? Basically, the history that the song that the 18 went up there was actually a 50 Cent song, and they jacked it, and then they actually got a deal off of it. And so Stack was tight. Like Stack was I never in my life met a more competitive dude in my life than Stack. Like Stack didn't give a fuck who you was. If you was his best friend, he was gonna destroy you on that microphone. Like if he heard your verse, he's going back in there. You're not going to out-rap him on no track. No way.
So speaking of tracks, I did have a question. Were you around during the time when he was trying to shop Weatherman?
I was around all the time, of course. I'm gonna get back to that. Weatherman was actually my idea in terms. I'm gonna get you in a minute, but let's go back to this is very important with the Jay-Z Jim situation. So the L.A. Reid meeting, he was really pissed off about the meetings because he felt like Desert Storm and them had an inside lineup. Yeah, they wanted to co-manage Stack, which is Stain Dollar or Desert, what's it called? So with the A team, they was managed by inside team, Web and Nitty. So they had an inside, what's it called? So he always felt like they had an extra push because he chose to be loyal to me and was doing that. He didn't really get his full shake and push in the labels. So he really was fed up with actually me. He's like, "Yo, this is where we was gonna do mixtape. We was gonna do mixtape. I'm gonna get the regular way."
Well, was that why this Stack actually was putting his phone numbers on mixtapes?
No, that started because he was mad because I never picked the phone up. That started because, like I said, phone calls wasn't free at the goddamn 7 o'clock. And people used to call my goddamn phone rapping.
Hey, y'all want to chitty chat?
Yeah, rapping. They ain't calling the book nothing. They calling the rapping and talk about shit and talk stupid. I'm not. And then you call my number from a blank number or number I'm not picking up. So he like,
your number was on the back of the mixtape.
That wasn't me. Me and Stack might have been scuffling if he'd have did that. He put Dill's number on the back of that shit. So nah, hell no, you gonna put my number back there. He knew it like I was embedded in the streets. He knew that better than no shit like that. So
shit.
So what happened? No, I'm saying like not in a violent way, but yeah, he knew that I was a Wilson caller. That's the reason why I never picked it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not picking up no numbers. So he picked Dill to pick the phone up for anybody. He ain't go for. But you ask Dill to this day, Dill's regretting. Dill was like, my bill was like $1,000. Like he'd let Dill tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no show ever came out of it. It's not like they was calling doing nothing. Same thing I've been told you. So it was just it was cute, but it wasn't no result. Cute. But the point of the line is that we ended up doing a meeting with Jay-Z, right? I did the same thing. So I ended up calling. I told Stack, I showed Stack the picture. I said, yo, Stack, you won't believe this, right? Yo, you got a meeting with Jay-Z. Fuck out of here. Look. Oh, shit. Boom. So we end up doing it. We end up trying to set the meeting. I'm gonna cut through the story. So Desert Storm found out. They tried to change the date, change the music. My man Doro and shit. I respect Doro. So we end up doing the meeting. Long story short, I knew Brown. I know a couple in the LA. Lenny S. So Lenny S was there, and Jay Brown. So Jay Brown, if y'all know now, is Rihanna's manager. You know what I'm saying? When you hear her say what's it called. So at the time, his cousin is from Far Rockaway, my man Mikey. So I called up there and I was like, yo, what we need to do? He coaching us. Even when we went to the meeting, I went to his office first. He's like, yo, listen, Jay-Z and what's going on. So when we get there, Clue and them all there, everybody there. So Stack aside, he loved Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? It's one of his top 5. So he very excited. It's one of the few meetings that he's really excited about. You know what I'm saying? So he's there, and they mind you, he had a meeting. He had a relationship with Lupe Fiasco and Chill. So a lot of people don't know that Jay-Z and Big Chill was cool, right? This is how the Kanye West, this is how all this come about. But it's a good and a bad thing, because so as we there, Jay-Z stack rhyming. So Jay-Z going like, don't stop, don't freestyle, boom, boom, he going. It was a good meeting. I think Stack could have did some more songs. You know what I'm saying? Like Stack kind of messed up. Like he forgot to do a song he should have did. As we leaving out, I'll never forget, we leaving out the office, Jay-Z comes out, he talking like a regular nigga from Brooklyn, and as he leaving out, he opened the door, there's a white man standing out there. Jay-Z changed his voice to like a British proper dude. This nigga
like a Brit.
Yeah, like a Brit. And it was a white man there, and he closed the door and he pushed the white man inside the office, and him and LA, and we walked out, but he left Dora and Clue in there. At the time, we don't know what's going on. He pushed him in there. And we walked down the office and shit like that. So me and Jay-Z, we all talking and shit like that. I asked him for advice, what you think we should do, as well like that. He gives us advice, we laughing, joking. They stay in the office. Long story short is, what happened was Jay-Z, he really wanted Fab. So what that was the lawyer that he was pushing in there to close the deal on the Fab deal. So once again, Stack felt like, damn, my deal was compromised again, because he only took the meeting to get Clue up there to push the Fab deal.
Right.
To push the Fab deal. The LA Reid was the same thing. That he lost it to the A-team. Right? So now when I tell you about, he's really done like he want to fight me now. Right? Like we didn't know at that particular time, but I can tell you, a couple of days later, we figured out,
you put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, we ain't getting a phone call. They're fat. Then we get the news. Fab signed the Def Jam.
Oh, so that's how they got him off Desert Storm to be a Def Jam artist.
That's how they got him off of Epic. He's still with Desert Storm. But see, Clue, Desert Storm, and I'm not saying Clue and them and Dora was wrong. They was right for what they was doing. What Clue and them and Dora was trying to do, what they wanted a label to pick the whole label up.
Right.
To pick the whole roster, the Def Jam, the whole Desert Storm roster.
So that's why they were trying to get.
Right, yeah. Was a Stack, R&B artist named Tyra, Joe Buttons. Not Joe Buttons. Fab, Paul Kane. You know what I'm saying? The whole roster. Nobody was going for that no more, because they had $80 million. They fucked up on Sony, so nobody was really giving Desert Storm the whole deal no more. They just wanted artists. So I think Jay-Z was only interested in Fab. As Clue and them supposed to do, they fought to negotiate, try to get the whole bag. So I'm not mad at them. They did what they're supposed to do. But Stack didn't understand that. Stack just felt like, I'm compromised. I'm going to the meeting. I'm doing all this right here, and nothing happened out of it. And then you don't want to put it together. It's not like they doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to no more meetings no more. No more meetings. Fucking don't call me out no meetings no more. So I was like, God damn, shit, right? So all right, fuck it. We gonna start. So I put out. So really, his official mixtape was the best of Stack bundles. We'll call him Kamala Anthony on the cover. That was his official first mixtape. So we put that mixtape out and try to the what's it called? And that's when he started working. He started working on the Bidding War. Now in between time of that, I'm just home and I'm probably in the car riding, and I hear that Kevin Lyles signs Jim Jones to a record deal. And make him an A&R. Make him an A&R at the record label. I'm going to go quick right here. So we make a record label with Lakers. I said, damn. He made Jim Jones a ghetto nigga, you know what I'm saying? He made this nigga sign it.
Right, because he wasn't even like...
Yeah, he got this nigga signed in. So me and Stack was at a DJ Envy party before, right? And this quick thing. So we in Stack never liked the Jim Jones. He didn't like none of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm keep it funky. He never liked none of them.
Yo, you know what's so crazy before you go and say... Every time it is, me and Stack, we go back for a million years. They always used to confuse those two. Because it's a light-skinned nigga and just they seen hair just flowing. Or they seen some braids. So bitches that we used to be in clubs, they used to be like, oh my God, Jim.
Yeah.
I'm not no fucking Jim.
Right.
I'm fucking Stack. He was like, I never fuck with that nigga because niggas always think it is that I'm this nigga.
But he didn't it wasn't a personal, it wasn't like a personal thing. I'm going to get to
it wasn't. They just.
Right. It is the fans did it, but I'm going to get to the story.
Of them visually.
Right. And then that we used to always go to Hot 97 and then radio stations and try to give our freestyles up, the Clue or Greenland and everything. You know, it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so we used to bump into them. And I'm going to get to that story. It's a very important story. I'm telling you, like, so now we go to DJ Envy's birthday party one time at Manhattan proper. A fight breaks out, right? Cam, Joel, and Jim is definitely there, right? I don't know if Joel was there or not, but I know Cam was definitely there and Jim was definitely there. I'm talking about horses is what's going. So I see Jim take Cam and put him in the corner and knowing you're going to get your ass whooped. There's no way you beating these horses and these motherfucking police over. I think some crip niggas.
That's the real
right
horse
there.
and carriage.
And he put the and he went to go get busy. And so me and Stack look at this Harlem nigga here. That nigga got some Far Rock in him. Check him out, right? So we like, oh shit, we fuck with homeboy. Like okay. He protected the bag. He put Cam in the corner. Oh, hold on, I got this. Boom, they get out. I believe with like Coke and News with MVRs. I think it was Mad Crips niggas in there. That was they saw the fight. So long, so in that story, that always in the back of our mind. But he still didn't like the nigga, right? I'm gonna tell you why he didn't like the nigga in a minute, right? But we respected that part. So now I hear this nigga A&R nigga. Hear A&R, and I said, oh shit, hood nigga. So we used to have Riot Squad shirts. Squad Up, Glowing RT, you heard Stack saying it. So I used to buy the shirts from in the city. So I was always bumping to Duke the Guard, because Duke the Guard and them had the Dipset shirts. So we used to buy our shirts from the same spot. So I bumped into him one day. I was like, yo, give me a number, boom, 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 boom. So I called him one day. I called Duke the Guard, and I said, yo, I want to bring Stack up there. He said, what? He said, yeah. He said, all right, boom, give me a few minutes. He said, yo, bring him up here Wednesday. I said, I can't bring that nigga Wednesday. Yo, give me like another week. Like, I think I called him on Monday. He said, bring him on Wednesday. I said, hell no. So I got to convince this nigga. This nigga already don't want to go to no meetings, right? So I said, yo, give me like a week. I got to convince this nigga. I'm going to speed the story right quick. So now Stacks, so he said, all right, boom, let me know when you want to come. So I push it the week after. So I get Stack in the car. I said, how the fuck I'm going to pull this shit off? So I'm driving. Everybody know where Atlanta, at the time, Atlanta Records and was at. It Ruby Chris is down the block, Greg Cross down the block. Now, I'm a vegetarian for years, so everybody know I don't eat no steak, right? And he always want to go to Ruby Chris. I never go. I'm never going to no steakhouse. Fuck, I'm going to steakhouse for. They don't cook no good chicken. They specialize in steak. I'm not going to Ruby Chris. Go Ruby Chris, y'all got themselves. But he love Ruby Chris. So I'm driving. I said, yo, come on, I'm going to take you out to eat. So we drive. It's a surprise. Where we going? It's a surprise. Don't worry about it. So we drive by Ruth Chris. I'm really going to park. He said, oh, you take me to Ruth Chris? Oh, my G. So I'm laughing inside. So I parked the car. But we walked by Ruth Chris. He's like, I thought we was going inside there. So shut up, nigga. We going over here. So we cross the street. I swear to God, I can't make this shit up. We cross the street. We going to the record label and downstairs. As we pull up, we see a Phantom, a Bentley pull up, white Bentley pull up. Leon Cohen's get out. Who know Leon Cohen is?
Yeah,
right?
Leon.
Like, Leon Cohen gets out, and as we like you got the one door to get in where you don't need no pass and the door we against, but you can still see.
Right.
He said, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Cause we looking at him amazed, like, "Oh, that's really Leon Cohen just walking the rain." So we just looking at him. He look at us and say, "Hey guys, I see you upstairs." I said, "Yo, we can't make this shit up." Like Shaq don't know where he going, right? So I said, "This man don't know. We don't got no meeting with him. You know what I'm saying? We got to meet with Jim." I said, "We don't got to meet with this goddamn man." He said, "I see you upstairs." I said, "Who?" I said, "Yo, this about to be epic." This man don't say, "We see us upstairs." So Stack dancing now, boy. Oh shit! He think you about to meet with Leon Cohen. So we get upstairs. Stack know everybody in the world, right? So we get up there. Stack end up knowing everybody. It's Land Records. He know they from mama cause Lupe Fiasco with him. So they know this. They know people from here. They know people from there. Everybody, Stack act like he know you from anywhere. Anyway, when he meet you, what's up, G? Boom, boom, boom. So Yandy there, and Jim there. So we waiting a little bit, and we end up going to the meeting. It's the best meeting we ever had. We were meeting with Bad Boys, Loud Record, or every record label. That's the best meeting we ever been in. So we get into the meeting. And I got a bag full of DVDs, CDs, clothes, the Stack bundles, t-shirts, squad of t-shirts, and I hand it to Jim and Yandy. And Jim, the first Jim did, it says, I don't need that. I don't want that. I'm a fan already.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Stack looked and said, boom, I look. I said, nigga said, I'm a fan already.
Nice.
We never played no music for Jim. He said, I'm a fan of it. I know what it is. And so to clear up the rumors about the don't like each other, right? So Jim said, yo, I always was a fan, man. I've been a fan. I seen you, what's it called? Yo, but I didn't never know what you were fucking with. When I bumped into you, when I seen you in the front of the Hot 97, you had a blue coat on. You know, I'm Bud. I've been banging for 10 years. I've been boom, boom. So I ain't know what you were fucking with. Then I seen you in Miami. I seen you with this nigga right here. You got niggas blue. So I ain't know. So it was never he had a problem. And so Stack always thought that he was shucking him. No, because Stack used to say like, "What's up" to the nigga. Like Stack wouldn't wanted to embrace him. Like he liked the Cam. But they felt like every time he came, they always gave him that. But
what up?
But it really was because they thought he was Crip.
And that's some bullshit.
And it was all bullshit and get it. And so at the end of the day, it's like we never played music, right? He's like, yo, take my trip. We all had neck sales at the time. I don't like when people trip me. So he took his assistant trip. He said, yo, we're gonna be in the studio tonight. He said, yo, I got a record label I'm starting. They gave me a position up here. I got a thing called Bird Gang. I got my first artist named Max B. I'm gonna put his project out and I can mess with y'all. I'll fuck with you in about a year, but I'm putting out Max B project first. So we get in the elevator. Stack was like, listen, I fuck with that shit crazy. I see how misunderstanding could be. So it's just the best me. Stack happy and everything. Like I said, he ain't had to dance. He ain't had to play the music. Like the vibe was right. He said, but I'm not waiting no year. I don't know that's cool, but I'm not waiting no motherfucking year. You know, we sticking to the script. We're gonna put the bidding war out and we're gonna go. So we get down. We get back to Rockaway. We in front of this building. We all had to eat and shit like that, but so later on at night, we in front of the building. I said, yo, trip the niggas, man. I ain't tripping no niggas, man. Fuck that, I ain't tripping no niggas. This man trip the niggas, man. So you trip the nigga, and the shit blam out. You know when the next time like blam. It's like, see, I told you, I tripping niggas.
That hurt a nigga
Maybe
heart,
30 seconds later, that shit said, yeah. They hit back.
So was there an actual deal, like paperwork, or was it man to man?
Yeah. Yo, what up, G's? Yo, we ain't there yet, but we gonna be in the studio in like a half an hour. And we in Far Rockaway, the studio's in Manhattan. All right, that's fine. So we're gonna take a 45 to get there. Here's the address. We go there. We get to the studio, they record 3 songs. They never met each other before. Max B there now. I'm high than a motherfucker. You know, I don't smoke. I'm high. I got a contact like a motherfucker. I'm in that. I go to sleep, wake up, then what's it called, Stack in the booth. They make 3 songs. Magic. Just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
And no, so to answer your question, no signing, no contract. Stack was never signed to Bird Gang.
Oh, wow.
All the music he did, that was just pure vibe, good. What's it called?
And just for purposes, I gotta put this in here. Yes, that was a stat. But for y'all that's gonna try to take our content and make your own stories, go ahead and credit everybody that you hear that's spitting these stories, all right? And tag Let Us Sip, okay? Because a lot of times they want to take content and repurpose that shit, but this is not what it's about.
Right.
We give
I never
it a
really told
platform.
this interview to nobody, you know what I'm saying? So but that's the truth. So people get that misunderstanding. So yes. So but the whole real thing about Jim was when we left the Jay-Z meeting, I asked my man Jay Brown, right? I said, yo, what we need to do to make Jay-Z bite on the Jay? He said, yo, he loved competition. So when I heard Jim got the A&R, my attention was never to sign to Jim because I knew Stack didn't really feeling like that. I didn't know why. I just knew that every time they bumped each other, they ice grilling each other. But now they cleared it up later because he thought he was Crip. So I knew that Stack was never gonna go for that. But my attention was trying to get a letter of attention from the niggas and then go back to Jay-Z and be like, yo, we about to sign up there with Leon and Kevin Lyles and them. What
you sure?
Do?
Right. You sure you're making the right decision?
Right. And then see what Jay-Z was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to go? We're going to Desert Storm. Y'all want us to go? Because we really didn't have no deal with. I deal with Desert Storm was over with. So Stack stayed with Desert Storm a whole year after the contract was over. Just off of loyalty with no paperwork. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So
I just have one last thing because just for time purposes, really quickly, we're talking about like how he was affiliated with Desert Storm, he was affiliated with Bird Gang and things like that. Just lastly, really quickly, unfortunately he did pass and things happened and everybody always yapping. Right. But, a lot of things that I heard that really pissed me off, especially getting to know him personally through family and MA and things like that, everybody was all in they shit about, he fucking with Jim, he fucking with Desert Storm or whatever. How come he's still in the hood? Got all this money and he's still in the hood. Like, y'all was there. So can y'all speak a little bit on that? Because everybody thinking just because you're affiliated with somebody, that affiliation equals money.
Right.
So can y'all just expound on why he wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm the fuck out of here, I'm in Jersey, da 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 da. Can y'all give us just a little bit of insight of why it wasn't so easy to just leave the hood and go live in Long Island and, happily ever after?
Well, he felt that was home. He felt if he couldn't go nowhere, that's the one place he would be accepted. Exactly. So when we moved to North Carolina, Mommy left him an apartment in 1310. And she had talked to him and was like, Raekwon, I think you should come with us. He said, nah, Mom, I'm doing my music. It's really picking up. Doc got all these shows going on for me. He said, I'm going to get something, but not right now. He said, Mom, I'm right here. This is home. I was born and raised here. So that's how he felt. Even when money started rolling in, my mom had got a big settlement for a house, and she was so great paying the rent on time and everything, right, M.A.? They cut her a check. She never touched the check. She brung Raekwon into the rent office and signed the check over to him. She said, the only thing I want you to do is pay your rent up for a year.
Oh, wow.
Then you can take the rest and do your music. And that's where he really, start really going deep and hard because he didn't have to struggle at that point. He didn't have to worry about
how I'm going to make rent for this month.
So he was so comfortable with home. Everything else was like blocked out for him moving and stuff. If he thought for once that it was going to cost him his life right in the lobby of the building, he would have left. We never seen that. So it was so shocking to everybody that happened at home. You know what I'm saying? Not even at the club, but after he got out the club.
Right, he was scot-free. He was home.
Where he laid his head, So, I mean, I was never mad because he made that choice to stay home, By time then, I was older. He was growing up. So I was exploring the world. I was having my kids, and going places. But he was still young.
And then you got to think about it, too. Like he said, he was doing his music.
Right.
So for him to relocate to North Carolina to try to create a whole new buzz was a lot of work.
Right.
And then, he's within arm's reach.
Right.
We about an hour, 45 minutes with traffic out of the city. But... I can reach this person. I can reach out to Doc, and he can reach out to this person.
Right.
So, people looking like, oh, you should have did this. You don't know because you wasn't physically in that position.
Right.
So you got to look at, now we're looking at a lot of things, as far as analytics base and things like that. This is where your bread and butter is coming from. So you can't just uproot yourself because, you're looking... people are looking out for you for the long run, but you're looking like, how am I going to make this better for me later on in life?
And that's not the reality. Where we're at hip hop now. If Stack was in somebody far Rockaway, if Stack been gotten the buzz in New York City, if he would have went down to Atlanta, the shit would have been the same way. People loved and respected him from, I speak to people outside of the country.
The Canadians. The Canadians.
And they fuck with him. But during that time, all we knew is where you grew up at. This is where it is that ultimately your connections are, and let's get it going. It wasn't like, yo, my man is an A&R down in Atlanta. We could get this shit rocking in Atlanta. I could get a house out there too.
Right.
Can I say something? Sure. Valid point what y'all saying, but I'm gonna give you the honest, real, unfiltered bullshit. Fuck all that bullshit. It was an ultimate mistake. Ultimate mistake. There's no, people can polish that shit all you want to polish that shit. That was a mistake. To anybody, to the Grandmaster Jays, to the Chinks, to the fucking Stack. It's the bullshit. And I said this when we were doing the documentary, we were filming the documentary. Society, and our society, not the whole society, the black,
urban
the
community.
Hood, right?
Yeah.
Urban community is to blame. Because the first goddamn thing when somebody make it, right? Oh, You think you better than us,
Crabs
right?
in the barrel.
Right. Hold on. I'm glad you said that. You think you make it, you moved out the hood, or you think you married a white girl, boom, 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 right? Motherfucker, I get money, I'm supposed to change. Who the fuck is you? What the fuck is we doing this for? I don't give a fuck. For one, I'm a different nigga. I'm a couple, like, I owned the house in Far Rockaway, and I ain't stayed, and I still lived out of town. And you barely see me in my house in Rockaway. Like, I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. You know what I'm saying? You think I ripping down these highways, up and down these highways, to look at your monkey ass every goddamn day on this corner? Because that's what you want to do? You out your fucking mind?
To please you, to shut you the fuck up.
I wouldn't give two fucks about your opinion, right?
Yeah.
And so my thing is right here is that society make it feel that rappers feel like you not a real nigga. When basically, and what I'm angry about, and this, I'm so glad you brought it, because this is one of the main topics I wanted to talk about, right? Is that I was so angry at Stack in the Chinks. I made Chinks move when I came home. Chinks lived in Rockaway. When I came home in 2012, I was to write him in jail. Right, I was to write him in jail, and he used to give me a Far Rock address. I just thought it was like just the address I'm writing. I didn't actually know that that's what you really live at. So I came home, I said, nigga, you really still live in the hood? I said, nigga, where his wife lived there, I found that crib. You know I did real estate. Yeah. Right? I was a real estate agent. So a lot of people don't know that. Right? No, that's what you were saying. That. But a lot of people don't know. She know that I did real estate. I was a real estate agent. Right? I licensed real estate agent. So this is easy for me to do. You know what I'm saying? Own that. So my thing is that I don't want to find a place. No, you got to get the fuck out of here. Don't ever let no motherfucker, that's what they are. And Stack had a song, Frog like crabs in a bucket. Don't ever let nobody tell you, fuck you, fuck your opinion, fuck you and your mama. Fuck, like I'm upset. I'm like this is a personal to me. Fuck you, right? Like, don't you ever let nobody tell you get money. What the hell you think I'm doing this for, right? And no other society, no other race tell you on what's it called that you better get money and you supposed to stay. Who the fuck are you? I'm not. I could come to the hood, visit, invest in the hood. I'm not living in no hood, nigga. Right. To please your ass. Yeah, and so what I'm saying is that Stack, and I'm gonna give it even 100 though. So cause you went to a touching thing, but you missed a big part of it because he moved to the front of the building. Now from 3-bedroom apartment, then he moved to the front. To a 1-bedroom apartment. So in the 1-bedroom apartment, we rent what? 150, 250, 200. So that would get Stack was cheap too. Let them get twisted. Stack was cheap. Let's not. Do not let this. Like we're gonna keep this 100. We won't give me the unfiltered shit. I did real estate. Yo, Stack, why you want to? Man, it's rich shit. 250 shit, man. I was like, yo, man. I'm not saying you got to get an apartment up, but you can't lay here every day, right? And then when you position yourself to where content, like people always say, why rappers is targeted in music, it's crime, right? Oh, it's only rap. Right? That shit, you sound stupid. Shut the hell up. Because you know why? You know why country music ain't target? You know why rock and roll not target? Listen to their context of music. And rock and roll talking about drugs and killing niggas and drilling? No, that's why they're not there. Exactly. Hip hop is the only genre of music where you talking drugs, killing shit. Right. So when you talking into existence, what you think gonna happen? It's the same.
Yeah, because I mean, like you listen to his raps, and he always said, like, you know, I'm not gonna give it up. You gonna have to work for this. Yeah. Right. And then what's so fucking crazy is
you talking to
that's what they did.
Exactly. Like in a way, it's like he kind of gave him the blueprint, which fucking drives me crazy.
If you look at Biggie, if you look at Tupac, if you look at the platform.
Even the pop even
Chinks,
even Chinks, they speak their life into existence.
Even Chinks and Nippy did a song, and if you listen to the song, you talk about death.
Yeah, yep.
Chilling. When you listen to the song later, you be like. Both of these dudes are dead, and they both on that same track talk about death. So you talking to existence like we can't take the bad with this. We gotta take the bad with the sweet. When you talk about you only can talk positive stuff into existence. I want to be a millionaire with it. You can talk negative stuff into existence.
It happens too,
right? Yeah. And so what I'm saying is that as a society, and I'm pleased whoever loves to watch the interview, we need to stop doing that to ourselves. And stop saying that somebody get money and changing their life that they a sellout because they move out the hood. They're supposed to move out the fucking hood. They're supposed to better their life. Like who the hell you?
You know what's so funny is that I'm from like the area of where Mobb Deep was, and Mobb Deep was one of those people. And they like, yo, I'm gonna keep this same project's apartment. So I seen Mobb Deep live from a 41st on a 21st. I seen them go from there. Then they used to pass a little Escalade and a little tucked away, and then they moved away. It makes sense. Like what the fuck it is that you doing here? And especially with the thing, how it is that you were saying, Stack was everything. You know what I mean? It's a lot of labels that'd be like, okay, you got the bars, you might be able to sing. I need you to dress up. I need you to look this way.
They want you to get this
bitch
to look
total package.
He
was the total package in everything.
And the truth is, Jim had an apartment in Jersey. and offered him to stay in Jersey. He didn't want to stay there, so that's to clear that room up. So and not even to clear that room up because I don't, like I said, I give a fuck about nobody on rumor. Ain't no another grown ass man responsible. At the end of the day, Stack was a grown ass man, right? And no other grown ass man tell you it's his responsibility to get you to move out of anywhere. He could give you a suggestion, you need to move, you move, and if you think, come over here.
Yeah, it's just like basically you take the horse to the water, but you
make him drink.
Exactly.
But like I said, I'm not saying that Stack would have. I think Stack felt like his ultimate mistake to me was feeling that the whole hood really loved him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They had him.
And the reality is that to every 5, I don't even know why I even felt that way because like you
can see the look in people's eyes.
You knew you knew that like, it's not like you didn't see it. Like you knew that.
Right. But you give so much love to not just saying Stack shit. Anybody, you dating somebody, whatever. You give so much love to someone, you want that reciprocated to you. You cannot fathom, I'm giving you 3,000%. I'm not charging y'all niggas for no fucking hooks, no bars. Y'all from my hood, I want y'all to come through this shit, and y'all gonna come through just like me. Fuck it is, no leaving the crack open. I'm open up this whole fucking door. Right. We all coming through this shit. You can't even fathom you showing that much love to somebody, and they be like, yo, once I catch him slipping, it's on.
That was his mindset, and that's what happened. But I try not to question.
Yeah.
I'm definitely ain't gonna question God, but when I look at Raekwon pictures, I said, man, what was it? Was you obsessed with the hood? What was it? Because after, right, M.A., a certain amount of time, stuff start happening with them.
Yeah.
We was getting the word. We would call, all my soldiers got it. They checked from the roof
the hood
to
was
the bottom.
an uproar.
I said, but what about their life? This could all be avoided.
Yeah.
If now it's time to go. You know, but he still wouldn't go. So that's why I used the word, was he obsessed with the hood?
I don't think he was obsessed with the hood. I think that stigma of you not a real nigga if you left the hood. He didn't want that. He didn't want Stack turn his back on the hood. He left the hood.
It's the love part. How you show somebody 1,000% of love and you think that you gonna get this some shit totally twisted around you.
Right.
How would you feel that? In a relationship, if you paying for all the nigga bills, you done got his teeth fixed, your clothes done, your shoes done, your hair done, you got a new hairline, this is all me.
But I don't think he was that naive. Like Stack knew that Up the Beast didn't like him. He knew that before he started rapping. Like,
I don't think he cared.
A lot of people didn't like Stack because their girlfriend liked him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Stack always had haters. Like before he became big, so he was not possibly naive to the fact that people didn't like him. He knew that.
He didn't think it was going
to go down.
He didn't
like
go that far. That love part of it, you wouldn't think it would go that far.
Yeah, it got crazy, yo.
You want to, it's certain things it is that you do for someone, you be like, all right, y'all might try to do your little goofy shit, but it wouldn't go that far.
Right.
And people take it that far.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I blame myself. I take blame for myself because I feel like, and everybody involved know that at that particular time, we had our separation. You know what I'm saying? And disagreement. So I wasn't around as much. You know what I'm saying?
But he was his own man. He was gonna do it his way anyway. We the family, and we couldn't even get him.
But I tell you one thing. This what I strongly believe, and nobody can tell me no different. If I was around, I don't think it would. It's not that it wouldn't.
You can't say that.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think I would have did too. I think he listened. That's the difference. He took good advice from good people that took good advice. And the difference between me is the difference is that I will pull up on him and be like, yo, listen, the difference between I will pull up on him and be like, yo, I'll drop him off in front of the building. I'm gonna wait till you get over the stairs. Like everybody knew that Stack never took the elevator, right? So I'm gonna wait till you get upstairs. Boom. You see I talk a lot. So we are talking in front of the building all the time. So if you trying to do something to him, you gonna be waiting a long goddamn time. And everybody knew I had it on me. I wear it like a sock. I'm gonna walk him upstairs. So it different people that's around you move a different way.
But you should not feel that way for that aspect. You saying that because it is how it is that he came into that building. That same person could have been inside of his apartment. It has nothing to do with you and how it is that you thought that you could have directed Stack. Whatever it is that happened to Stack that night, it was going to happen. You might have walked him to the building. He might have been in front in the elevator. You might have walked him to the elevator. You could have put him inside of his goddamn leather couches in his house.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I think when you're around, I think when you move different, when you're around somebody, it becomes automatic. Like the way I move, it became automatic because the people I was around, the people that taught me, it became automatic.
But
so
you don't think that
way.
anybody in the world could get got?
Yeah, but you can make it a little bit harder.
That's
like,
all it is.
It can always happen, but trust me. Yeah. But I'm gonna make it harder for you. Yeah. You know, and I think he made it too easy. Okay. That was too. It was, and this is why it's so shocking. Like how you get killed in front of your building, in front of your projects, in your building, because he made it too easy. And if you'd have made it harder for somebody, like everybody. Anybody can get got, but if you make it, especially for a motherfucker that ain't really got that money, like how you like the truth of the matter, he ain't even supposed to been in New York. Mm-hmm. That's the truth, right? So he missed his flight. So now, if he had the proper people around him, right, that would have made sure that he made his appointment and got up in that morning. I'm gonna drive you to wake up, boom. I'm gonna fuck if you drunk or not. Get your ass up, boom. We got a flight at 8 o'clock.
Sleep on the plane,
right? You can sleep on the plane. Boom! Don't worry about it. I'm driving you. He would have never been in New York. So I'm gonna make it, and then I'm gonna touch on what Homegirl was saying about that. If you look at most successful artists, right, and I'm just gonna throw a couple of names out there: Nicki Minaj, French Montana, right. Most New York artists, especially at that era and this era that we in now, they didn't really go to that next level until they took their talent
elsewhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so I always told Stack that. You got New York, like boom. You are New York, so you don't have.
You can take New York elsewhere.
You can easily sing Clue, K Slade, Green Lantern, Envy, freestyle. You need to get like Stack had a huge following in upstate New York, huge following in Ohio, Canada. So he should have went up to those areas. You know what I'm saying? Even North Carolina, like down and went up there and worked those areas. Now you make it harder for niggas to hate you. But now that's what they had to blue them. And so if you watch other artists, you know what I'm saying? I was watching artists, the other interview artist with 42 Thug from Detroit. A lot of people don't know he's from Detroit.
I thought he was from Chicago.
Right, but he's from Detroit, but a lot of people don't even know it. I thought he was from Atlanta at first, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought he was from Atlanta too.
Right, but he moved down to Atlanta. Because you got to take your talent somewhere else and let the other people
I don't
go.
think it is that we were in that market when Stack was there.
Right.
Not saying if Stack were where he was at now and they gave him the opportunity, like my nigga, you got this Jersey spot. I think 90% Stack would have left. Mm-hmm. Where it was that we were at this time, like I said, Mobb Deep was like the illest thing. Mm-hmm. And them niggas is like, we're not leaving. I looked at Mobb Deep coming and parking up and going to the Queensbridge project to parking a block down and still picking up Mike Deloy, like bars and hooks. Right? Yeah. So I remember shit like that. My cousin was a part of Onyx. I done see X1 that came to my grandmother's house. Right. They all in South Jamaica. I'm Lost Boys niggas. I'm a part of that. Right. They didn't know nothing but Rockaway Boulevard at that time. Right. Will it be different now? Will fucking Mr. Cheeks be out of fucking Rockaway Boulevard and he leaving Ajax Parks and all that? Of course he would have. Right. But at that time, no.
But there was nothing to show, really. Right. Like you had LL and stuff like that, but he was kind of untouchable at that time. Like it always takes that one person that was able to get out.
A couple weeks ago. Well, like a couple months ago. They like, you can't come back to 40. First of all, he shouldn't want to come back to 40. Okay? Let's say you couldn't come back to Jamaica. He shouldn't want to. Like why would he?
For what?
Like they like you need to check in with us.
He went in every spot.
Right. He's like you need to check in with us.
Otherwise,
why
you have organizations to reach out for you.
Right.
Me being a millionaire, I need to check in with you to come. No, I'm gonna come early in the morning and say this is my hood and I'm out of here. The fuck.
Right, but I thank y'all. I want to really thank y'all for sitting down and chatting with us and just opening up some insight and I'm sorry, I know you hate the chatty, but clear up a lot of shit because everybody like to make up their own shit and want to feel like they a part
of something, right?
So it was good to have both of y'all, you know, from different aspects of it, come and sit down and talk with us. What we like to do at the end normally is like a nightcap or whatever, but we just want to toast and say happy birthday to Stack. Right. You know, that'll be our nightcap, you know.
That cupcakes, happy birthday, Stack.
Birthday.
Birthday.
And you guys are on social media?
Yes.
All right. So tell our audience where they can find you.
Well, you can find me, Geanie, the sister, Dream Girl Wag, Instagram, Maxine Elliott on Facebook.
Love it.
He don't want no rappers calling his phone, y'all.
You can follow Exotic Elements _NYC. You get your all exotic snacks.
Mm-hmm. I like the term exotic.
Exotic.
Yeah, all exotic chips from around the country, sodas. I forgot your sodas. And all your hookahs, all your smoking needs. Yeah,
okay. Got you. But we want to thank y'all for taking time out with us. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram at Let Us Sip Pod. And we will see y'all next week on another episode of
Let Us Sip.